Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers and subscribers, at the channel we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because it saves lives. That is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives on this channel. We at this channel aid criminals, their financiers, their supporters, enablers, and the likes with a passion, and we do not want them over here. Yes, let us repeat ourselves. We do not want any criminal supporters over here. Please, we do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes, or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you, the criminal supporters, enablers, financiers, and all the likes, to go to prison or madness. Let me repeat myself. We at the Jamaica Young Police channel, we do not want the criminal supporters and their circle over here. We want you to go to prison or madden. Moving on to our video.
Yeah, so right now you're looking at a man, his name is Javon Pinnock. Yeah man, Javon Pinnock, and he's wanted in New York for the murder of Javon Jamison. Yeah man, and we want this man off the street, we want him out like now. Javon Pinnock is wanted by, yes, he's wanted by the NYPD for the murder. Yeah man, he's wanted for the murder of Javon Jamison, aka Blingers. And we want this man off the street like now. Yeah man, we want him off. Along with an accomplice gunned down Jamison outside the Pure Lounge nightclub in Queens, New York on April 8, 2023. Jamison, a 23-year-old from North Lauderdale, Florida, was shot multiple times and succumbed to his injuries at Jamaica Hospital in New York, so them kill him in America. So Pinnock is currently on the run and is believed to be hiding in Jamaica. His accomplice, Christopher King, has already been arrested and charged with murder. Second time now, him charged with murder, you know. King, you know, in New York, you know. So Pinnock is described as black, look like frog. I mean, 5 feet, 10 inches, and 220 pounds, with a scar on his left cheek, or you can say, face. So if you have any information on Pinnock whereabouts, please contact 119 Jamaica and let the police know that this corrosion is wanted by the police in New York, and they would issue the warrant to extradite him. There's an extradition warrant out for this man. But please, we're begging you, we're beseeching you. Use your conscience, please, for once. Don't follow the criminal-minded Jamaicans, man. Protect criminals. Because, look, the same boy that you're protecting today, tomorrow he might turn on you. Alright, so moving on to today's video. Yes, today, I am going to let you watch a video of an Imam. Yeah man, first openly Rear Admiral, Imam shot dead in South Africa. And some people say, is this the Trump effect? Donald Trump never advocate for no one, send somebody because they are, gay to the departure lounge. But, as usual, they are, so they are saying because of Trump is the president of the United States of America. All of these things is like literally normalized worldwide. People feel like them can't do anything because Trump say every country will make them country great again. In South Africa is the first country in the African continent to normalize homosexuality, and that was done by some people praise him. I say me I don't, Nelson Mandela, because he had sold out the black people, let me understand. Marcus Garvey has always said, anytime you see a black man is being praised by white people, you must be afraid of that black man. You must be very afraid of him. Yes, so I take my cue from Marcus Garvey, not from anyone else. So, when I had seen the way that the world treated him, and then you realize that this was something that enshrined in our constitution. You understand what I'm saying? So I'll just give you some, little background information about Islam. Is not like Christianity, where, they throw away the Bible and it's money. You understand? So So the murder of South Africa first openly gained Imam as captured on CCTV footage has caused outrage and concern, shedding light on the ongoing struggles faced by LGBTQ plus individuals within religious communities and broader society. So if you believe in a God, and I don't know anything about Islam because I don't study it, or I've never been a Muslim. But I know in Christianity, I know that they are a set of people that God has dropped brimstone and fire on them in Syria. Yes, Sodom and Gomorrah is not a mythical place, it exists. So if God, who's the creator of all living being in the universe, and God say you must not do that, that means that you break God's law. And God is saying that the punishment for breaking his law is death. But man, because God gave them dominion of all things, man decides that they want to break God's law and tell people what to do. So that's why in the United States of America, as I've said before and I'll say again, when people voted, you voted for you're voting for two sets of people, billionaires, one on the left and one on the right. So what we're saying now, the one on the right is the one that's robbing you and destroying your life, and the one on the left is the one that oppresses you and tell you that a man can become a woman. And if you speak up, them say it hate speech. So anywhere you go, anywhere you take it, you're just being oppressed. If it's not mentally, it's financially. So it's an oppressive system. So the Imam, a trailblazer advocated for LGBTQ plus rights within Islam, was gunned down in what may have believed to be a targeted hate crime. In Islam, from the little that I know that to indulge in homosexuality, same-sex behavior, that is death. Them chop off your head in Saudi Arabia for that. Yes, Saudi Arabia and America and England and Britain, biggest friends. So them can dictate and tell them how to operate their own kingdom because them have money. Because on this earth, money is God. So a life of courage and advocacy, the Imam had gained recognition for his bold stance of an inclusivity within Islam, challenging traditional interpretations that condemn homosexuality. He sought to create a space where LGBTQ plus Muslims could reconcile their faith and identity, offering them spiritual guidance without fear of judgment. So when man behave like God, if God have certain laws, and if you believe in a supreme being, if you don't believe in a supreme being, that is your business, because nothing out of nothing you cannot get anything. That is just simple math. So if you believe in God, you know that God is the one that is a creator, and God is not the creator. Is not the art of lies. It's the devil. And you have to understand all of these things are imported behavior on people. As I said before and I say again, I have worked with a man who was a homosexual gay, and he was shot 5 times in his chest. I knew he was gay, and just as Jamaicans are most homophobic people, and I am the one that placed my 5 fingers in his chest whilst he was bleeding profusely like a pipe. He survived the shooting, shot centimeters from his heart by gunmen in Riverton City. And I knew he was gay, and I put my fingers to stop the bleeding, and he lived. So when I say Jamaicans are homophobic, that's all a lie. You understand? Because we did not see him as a homosexual or a gay guy. We saw him as a colleague. But it's the gays that have been telling these lies to the world, to promote their own agenda. And that's the reason why we have a Donald Trump in the United States of America as the president, because of this LGBTQ plus madness. And if the Democrats continue to do that, they will be out of office for a very long time, because people do not like mental oppression. You cannot use, logics and make it illogical for people to make it logics, and then you use public shaming and bully people. And that's not, it's not who is right, it's what is right. So we just live in a world that is controlled by liars. So this Imam, his efforts were met with both praise and backlash. Hailed as a hero by some, but viewed as a controversial figure by more conservative elements within the religious community. One thing with Islam, them not play when they come on to you, pretty much giving the core and the middle finger. They will send it to the departure lunch of that. So you're going to see on the CCT footage show the Imam being shot dead in cold blood, a horrifying reminder of the violence faced by LGBTQ plus individuals, especially those who challenge deeply ingrained cultural and religious norms. So if he knows what he was doing, risking his life to do such thing, because if they told him, Islam is not a religion that, where they believe in tolerance. Anything with them, if you say anything about them prophet, them beliefs they are dead if you're dead. I just saw it go. So some people say the brazen nature of the attack has fueled suspicions that this was more than just a random act of violence. It was an assassination meant to silence voice of progress and change. When I say it all depends on who you ask. And if you look in all of the countries them where this thing has been celebrated and practiced in Europe, them birth rate are decline. People have a problem who people want to sleep and who people love. But the thing is that, a majority of people is that, don't impose your madness on others. If somebody do not approve or somebody do not believe that two men or two women in an intimate relationship is normal, you're not supposed to be chastising them, because remember, homosexuals and lesbians, they came from heterosexual, they don't come from homosexuals. So if you chastising the heterosexuals, and that is one of the reasons why the birth rate in America is falling, because parents are telling them their children not to have any children because you don't want them to come up in this oppressive government. And that's the reason why Donald Trump won. You have kids, as I said, kids are having less sex. Children, when you say you have young adults having less sex than before, reason being is because of this oppressive tactics that the federal government has imparted and imposed on children. Because parents attack to them children, tell them, say, no, come have no children because I don't want your children to come experience what you have experienced, this torture. And that's why the birth rate is falling in the United States of America, whether or not you want to believe it. But liars love lies, so they will want to put it to other things. So the brazen nature of this is not a random violence. Authorities have launched an investigation, but activists fear the justice may be slow and or even elusive. Our history has shown that crimes against LGBTQ plus individuals are often deprioritized. They are calling for swift and thorough actions, demanding that his murder be treated with seriousness it warrants. So the battle between faith and identity. South Africa is often lauded for its progressive legal framework, being the first African nation to legalize same-sex marriage in 2006. However, the lived reality for LGBTQ plus individuals remain fraught with danger, particularly in religious and traditional communities where homosexuality is still widely condemned. Nelson Mandela did that. So the Imam murder has reignited debate about the intersection of religion and LGBTQ plus rights. While some Muslim leaders have condemned the killings, others remain silent or continue to uphold teachings that ostracize queer individuals. This death raises difficult questions about whether religious institutions can truly embrace an inclusivity, or if progressive figures like him will always be at risk. LGBTQ plus activists, human rights organizations, and progressive religious leaders have vowed to honor the Imam legacy by continuing to fight for acceptance and equality. Vigils have been held and social media campaigns have emerged, demanding accountability for his killers and greater protections for LGBTQ plus people with religious spaces. We know that one thing we know that for true, people who are liars do not like the truth. If you tell somebody that like polls repel and unlike pose attract. Then we tell us, say, you tell them, the rectum is not a sex organ. Then we tell us, say, the breast is a sex organ. That's how these people think. As I said, I have no problem with people, what they want to do with their lives. You understand? But that's one I think why the world is in problem, because of lies. You understand? And the hypocrisy. The world is built on lies. But how we get truth when everybody a lie? Both sides a lie. One a lie to the people about this and one a lie to the people about that. When I tell people, say, a man can become a woman whilst him still have him dick and him balls, and a woman can become a man, and then them say, get a man, a woman, and then put her on bed pan her and say a man have baby. That can't work. Them think they are lie. Then you have two man, them name from birth. All of them think there is just madness. And that's where the world is going to hell. Because we have no leaders with no moral compass or honesty. Everybody are lied. Both sides. Everybody are lied to the people them. All because of who want to. Them are the ruler of the earth and them are God. So the brutal murder of this Eward serve as a stark reminder of the perils faced by those who dare to challenge oppression and advocate for change. While his voice may have been silenced, his message continued to resonate, inspiring others to push forward in the fight for justice, equality, and a world where no one is killed simply for being who they are. And that's a reason why, because even the war with Ukraine is America go to Russia when Barack Obama was president and start the problem with the people them. Russia now try to impose them will in America and see it. Russia are able to get a man elected twice in America because America want to push it on them. Barack Obama, the black man, you can't colonize and use imperialism on other people. People resent you. You want to embrace something, you keep it to yourself, you don't try to impart it to other people. And that's the reason why Africa despise the Democratic Party. And that's why a majority of black people, especially immigrants from Jamaica and other parts of the world, that's why they vote for Donald Trump, because of the disrespect they have seen coming from these people. Have no respect for people's laws of the land and international laws, because they believe I'm a God of this earth. So we are going to watch this video. As we say over here now, I would tell you the truth. We don't say the truth or turn on the guilty. So we're going to let you watch this video at the CCTV of this assassination of this Imam. So you watch, you listen, and you decide.
A well-known Imam was shot and killed in South Africa when police say two people in a silver truck blocked the gold SUV he was riding in, got out and began firing shots into his vehicle before fleeing the scene. Police have not named the suspects or disclosed any alleged motive behind the killing. Mohsin Hendricks, often described as the world's first openly gay Imam, was a South African Islamic scholar known for his activism and research on Islam and sexual diversity, according to the South African Department of Justice. As he became more widely known, LGBTQ advocates say Hendricks received multiple death threats and his killing has stoked fear in his community. Police say they're investigating his death, and in a statement on Monday, South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa expressed concern about the reported likelihood of this incident being a hate crime. The Muslim Judicial Council have condemned Hendricks' murder and acts of violence targeting the LGBTQ+ community. Violent crime is not uncommon in South Africa, where murder rates last year were at a 20-year high, according to police crime statistics.
His death is not just about death, because it's not a natural death. It was cold blood. So it sends a message. It's just a message of hate speech, a message of human rights violation, a message of living in unsafe communities, and which calls for action.
For sure, no one knows if the reason why they had assassinated this man is because he's a openly gay Imam. Sometimes, if you go dig deeper, sometimes it's their own lovers that kill them. Because I know in Jamaica, 10 out of 10 times when a gay person is killed in Jamaica, it's always their lover that did it. And the reason being, I have known I work with 3 police officers, know them from Jamaica Police Academy in the 80s. One of them, I used to work with him, as I said before, he was shot in Riverton City with me. And he was killed by his lover. Another one, his name is Peter White. He used to live in the Bronx, went to Jamaica, and his gay lover killed him there because the man, and he claimed self-defense. The man says that he had consensual sex with him, and he could not manage anymore. So he told him that he wanted him to stop because he was, according to him, this was like the 4th time for the day, and he could not manage it anymore. And it was a fight between both of them, and he stabbed him and killed him, and claimed self-defense. Claimed that he was trying to rape him. Why, just sad. Then the other virgin, his name is Courtney Manning from Georgia. He was killed in Jamaica by he was a police officer too, by another police officer who discharged and is back, leaving semen there. Easy case to be solved. But it was the squaddies that investigate the case. Nothing happened during that investigation. All they had to do was to use the semen, and they'd be able to use the DNA to attach it to the killer, because the person shot him in the back of his head, which is just awful. So I know 3 policemen who were gays that were killed in Jamaica, and the cases are unsolved. One of the killer claimed self-defense, so he wasn't arrested and charged. Dead man tell no tales because he said that the man wanted to rape him. Yeah, understand? And then the other one, Kirk Palmer, his lover killed him. They said the murder scene was horrible. You would not, if you go there, you would never want to eat meat again based on what they have seen. As we said before, and we say again, we have no problem with people want to live their life. We are not here to dictate how people live. That is their thing. But at the end of the day, you have to remember that God created the heaven and earth, and God is the author of truth and not lies. The devil and his emissaries are the authors of lies. And if you know your history, you will know where the devil's domain is in this world. And it's not in Africa. You have to remember where evil originates from. So have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.